Aloha. This is the introduction. This book is designed in an unconventional way. It will have conventional applications, and for some, this book hopefully could give you enough information to make some changes. But the main purpose of this book is to take you through a process to help you become a better student. This is to prepare you to study the Vedanta. It is said to study the Vedanta is the first barrier to knowing the Vedanta. This is an insult to you. In truth, you will see this insult is needed to bring your attention to the truth. If you study the Vedanta as you study anything, you will never get the Vedanta. Our conditioning prevents us from fully comprehending things. We must break free of our conditioning first. Breaking free of our conditioning simply means breaking free from your own mind. It means breaking free from your ego. This is not a conscious process, meaning you can't just change your thinking and thoughts, meaning you are suffering your mind. Truth is that you are not the mind. You will discover you are not the body. Who you are is found in consciousness. This is where we find truth. And truth is that we share consciousness and truth. When we are triggered, we become our subconscious or ego. And in that moment, we are suffering. Consciously, you are aware of this pain and frustration, irritation. And this, my friend, is all an illusion projected by your mind. Outside your mind, things are not the way that you think they are. They're not the way that you want them to be. We lose our way in these moments. We lose only consciousness for moments. Saying that you are not a good student may have triggered you. You may believe, I am a good student. You don't know me. And with that thought, your attention was lost. Our minds are simply tools to learn to use. As your right hand is a tool and is not you. You learned as a baby the difficult task of using it effectively. You may have forgotten how hard it was to pick up a fork or throw a ball. It took some time to figure out this. But after curiosity and trial and fun exploring, you're able to use your hand. You're experiencing pain in the mind. Your compulsive thoughts are not created by you trying to formulate the compulsive thoughts. In fact, you're trying your best to cope, to choose a reaction to deal with this as it comes up for you in the now. This compulsive process is simply your subconscious. This is your memory and imagination inside of you. This is your belief system. Thus, without doing any work or even some work, most of us cannot see truth through our own projected beliefs. This could be explained through a different culture. Outside our Western way of thinking is answers and explanations. But due to our conditioning in the West, we all think alike. We all struggle with the same things privately. This book is to take the personal element, the mind, out of the equation and introduce you to your true self, your consciousness. Consciousness is defined as that by which the mind is known. This is a Vedanta definition that clearly and simply defines something you may be able to perceive and discern, and soon you will experience this. Combining knowledge and experience is the plan, for it is not what the Vedanta teaches, it is how. The important thing to know, you are not the mind, it is your tool. Learning how to use this tool will prove beneficial for you to solve problems, while your mind thinks and only stores what you believe and know. It can only project the past onto the now. Discernment of our experience takes some work and information. Who you are, who others are, what life is, are all connected. To focus on you, please know this book is also about everyone. Understanding you, you will understand the world. Understanding inside of you is all the answers. You are already that which you wish to become. You are perfect in every way, and your mind and your body are gifts. You are only the caretaker of them for a limited time. Seeing your body and your mind as gifts, you would appreciate the gifts with a higher knowing. In time, you'll see. We are all connected through consciousness and truth. Some see it, others ignore it. They react or get caught in changing their behaviors when their environment doesn't change. This meaning you and others get triggered and you react. When you react, you are not solving your problem and you're pushing away what you want. Humans get frustrated and start to suffer, doing the same action the next day only because our minds are compulsive, repeating the same thoughts over and over. Albert Einstein defines insanity as doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. I believe ignoring thoughts and others is an immature tendency we need to be aware of, and we will naturally see our actions are not who we are. In fact, when you look at your actions, you'll start feeling bad or embarrassed. This is the first sign it's working. Awareness comes from consciousness, a light that illuminates inside of us. This light of awareness can make us feel guilty, embarrassed, shameful of the past actions. This is great. Do not run away from this. Don't ignore it. Run into this. This is your fear. You can't heal wounds that you ignore. Fear is something we need to desire to confront and get past. If we don't desire that and we desire to get out of trouble, guess what? You keep repeating this choice over and over for an eternity. The East call this karma, which is simply action. Karma, or action of our mind, is the karma or action outward in time. Thus, without consciousness, without awareness, we act only as our minds project, never realizing if this action is helping us solve a problem or if reacting is creating another one. Your mind is trying to get things it wants and desires and trying to avoid things it fears. This is your compulsive drive right now. Thus, without any awareness, you will react as your karma, as you have in the past. To change your action or your karma, we need to be aware of this first. Is your action helping you solve your problems or not? I'll bet in time this answer becomes more clear. This book is about looking at action consciously, increasing awareness to see all. There is so much we cannot perceive daily. Our attention keeps getting triggered and we go into our heads. So the game plan is to find out who am I, and at the same time improve consciousness. First, this book and its goals. If this book is successful, it will prepare you to become a good student. In accomplishing that, your life will improve and you will start living a more conscious life. This naturally will help you, but I hope you remember this goal is to prepare you. The choice once you are prepared is if you wish to become enlightened. This is your choice as well. Please don't decide now. This is a decision you'll make concluding this book. Awareness and choice is either compulsive or conscious. This is probably where you are trying to discern between these two. What your mind believes and something deeper in you that knows. Knowing is your personal experience, and belief simply is not knowing. But we cannot discern between these two in the West. Two factors that we're going to focus on in this book is one, discernment. This should help you with this skill. This skill will change your life, for discernment is but one skill a person needs to employ to become enlightened. The other is tolerance. This too will change your life. Employing this and mastering it will give you the ability to respond to problems and turn problems into opportunities. I believe this book alone will assist with that. Enlightenment is not belief or an unattainable goal. Please don't go with what you believe and know you don't have enough information to make an educated decision. Consciously, if this is possible, wouldn't giving yourself some time to get to know yourself and possibly attain enlightenment be worth your time and energy? If you don't do anything, you will just have your mind there repeating something you should not ignore. This is your compulsive mind only. Once it knows, it knows. Right now, it believes. Only you can discern between belief and knowing, for discernment of these two things are the path towards enlightenment. The concepts in this book is from my understanding of things. I refer to topics here and there. I'll note important things to know. Please expand your understanding by learning on YouTube on these concepts. Read about it, study. Use more than one source of information. Don't believe anything. Just evaluate the information. When you are ready, employ action to the process. Practice makes perfect. Learning is a big part of this. Give your mind nutritious content to consume. Stop mindless pursuit for a while, meaning watching TV or listening to music. Consciously choose to learn about yourself in your free time. Listen to content on YouTube or Audible books. You can learn on the go. You will consume more information this way. This book is specific, but what I am saying is if you do not know something, great. Go and learn it until you comprehend it. Do not judge it. Naturally, it is not familiar, and you will judge this to not be valuable. This compulsion is sabotage we all deal with. This is only your mind. Choose consciously for a while. Choose something different. Choose to know to get past belief. Soon you will realize, genuinely, I don't know anything. When you achieve this, your curiosity will naturally turn you into a child again, to experience life, read and learn and be open to knowing. For knowing is your truth. This can only be realized consciously. Belief again simply is not knowing. Sadhguru.